Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we are proud to welcome to Wednesday night racing action here with the
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the championship. We got eight racers left, and this is the third race in their playoff hopes to win their way into the championship four. And I am here with Jared Kelly. Jared Kelly, can you hear me? Yes, you do. But Jared, hold on one second. We are having technical difficulties. I will get this under control. One moment, Jared. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Michigan. I am going to get this figured out with Jared real quick before the race starts, so just bear with us here. It's been a couple off weeks, so... Okay, Jared, give me a audio check.
Well, audio check. 1 2 1 2.
I think everyone can hear you. I can't hear you. 1 second. Okay, Jared, one more time.
1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay. The power of technology. Okay, Jared. Well, that was a terrible introduction, but we were here Wednesday night. This is the race 3 of round 3. Last 8 drivers trying to make their way in to the championship 4. And if you want to go ahead and read off what we got going on here for the drivers.
Well, it's 85 laps here at Michigan, 2-mile track, D-shaped oval in the great state of Michigan, home of Ford Motor Company and Chevrolet. 8 drivers trying to get into the round of 4 to fight for that championship next week. And mathematically, there's 3 guys that are in the hunt for that last spot. So 2 of the 3 are going to make it into the final 4, and one of them is going to be sitting out. The rest of the guys behind them are going to need a win to get into the playoffs, with Robert Richards and Nate Maurer already capturing the 2 championship 4 slots with their wins. And I think that's it.
All right, very good, Jared. We are a little early, Jared. They still have a little bit of time left for qualifying. I just wanted to get in here and make sure everything was sounding all right. If there's any problems, anybody, you guys can get us at our Discord. If there's any issues or any volume things we can work on, let us know. We are open to constructive criticism here. Jared, before we take a little break before the race starts, just want to say congratulations. I believe you won the Bonfire Truckin' Tuesday series over there in the Bonfire League, so congratulations to that.
Thank you. I feel like you more brag for me than I brag about myself.
Well, Jared, I'm very proud of you. I feel like I taught you everything I knew and know, so I feel a big part of your success. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you taught me everything. I basically did everything that you taught me and did the exact opposite.
Exactly, Jared. But in all joking aside, no, really, I don't know, proud of you, man. It was kind of met you there together. We started off in the league kind of together, so it was fun getting to know you and through all this. So, but yeah, congratulations, Jared, and yeah, looking forward to this. So Jared, what kind of racing are we going to expect here tonight at Michigan on this big 1.5 mile track?
Well, it's not 1.5 miles, it's 2 miles.
2
so
miles.
Expect the draft. Just expect the draft to be really important. And they say it all too much in the broadcasts on Saturdays. At Michigan, with these cars, aero is going to mean everything. So going into the corners, you're not going to want to be right behind a person, because that's going to put air on the front of your nose, dirty air, and it's going to slow you down in the corners. If you can punch a hole, find a hole of clean air, you can definitely get a run through the corner, and that's all that's going to be important. Momentum.
All right, Jared, and looks like the field has finished qualifying and has gridded up, and it looks like our pole sitter is going to be David Owens. No surprise, David's had a really strong season, and once again, he sits up on the pole, and he is one of the drivers who needs to punch his way in to secure that last 2 spots. But the big battle here is going to be between Owen, like you said earlier, Jared Owens, Sam Milliken, Tykilla. It's a very tight race. Only a couple points here and there, but ladies and gentlemen, we did lose our ability for that awesome points tracker. I mean, we're not going to have that tonight, so just bear with us. We'll try to keep you updated to all the close races to keep your eyes out on as the night goes on. But yeah, we're going to take a quick little break here as the cars get ready to get on pit road, and we'll be right back with live green flag racing. All right, Jared, I'm back. Looks like those pace car lights are off already. We might be going green flag racing this time around.
Yeah, 1 lap, pace lap. It's a big track. Not like any of these short tracks where we need 2 laps to get gridded up. But the field is catching up on the back straightaway going into turn 3. And they're going to be 2 by 2 by 2. Or 18 drivers tonight, 9 rows.
Yes, and that 84 Jackson Ball is our race control, but as we get ready, Owens is bringing them to the Geico restart line, and this flag man is waving that green flag as away they go, Jared, on this last race of the round 3 playoff series. They are away, and everybody looks like they're just getting straightened out, but getting all that momentum going into turn 1 right now as Sam and David battle it out going into turn 1 and 2. Or Lester,
Now watch the number 8 car, Fred Lesser, get the run out of the corner on that top lane. I know you love that top lane, Kevin. Look at it. He's cleared David, and now the 04 Jonathan Wright going to go to the inside of the 11 of David Owens.
Yeah, Jared, that outside line is tempting, and it does work. It is a lot harder on the tires, I believe, but it's a fun line to run, and the momentum off of it is just awesome. Hopefully you just don't get the door shut on you off of exit from another car using the inside line. But we got to keep an eye on that momentum and that drafting aspect that you're talking about, Jared, and see how these affect these cars.
It's going to be really important watching the lines that these drivers take. As you see, David Owens goes that 2nd lane above the bottom, kind of in between where the seam is. He's using that line while everyone else is kind of going below that seam, like Jonathan Wright going all the way to the yellow line. As David Owens going to put some dirty air on the nose of the 04. And the 04 needs the win tonight to lock himself into that championship. And David Owens got an extra bonus point for starting on pole, which will be really important in the run of this race.
Yeah, Jared, that Jonathan Wright in that number 4 car, he is right now sitting before the race start at 66 points. So he's only 9 points behind David Owens at the moment of beginning of the race. So we'll keep you guys updated as this goes on.
Jonathan going to look to the bottom of the 11 going into 3. They're going to be equal in speed. David Owens going to try and use the momentum of the top lane to pull away. It's going to be really important to see who's going to be in the draft of the 8 car of Leicester.
It looks like Wright was able to pull up to the back bumper of Owens there, but not the run he needed, since that high line is probably going to be the dominant line here at Michigan.
Well, it's all going to be about closing off the exit. If someone's making a pass on you inside the corner, if you're above them on exit, they're going to have to give a little bit room, scrub off a little speed on the exit of the corner. As further back, I think that's the 27 of Dave Kirkpatrick. Or no, it's, yeah, 27 Dave Kirkpatrick battling it out with Robert Richards and Nate Maurer, sitting in P5, 6, and 7. Running together with Scotty Estep and Matt Opplinger and Alex McWhorter sitting in the wings in their draft. They're watching this battle up front heat up.
And just to remind, Richards and Maurer are both locked into the next round, and they seem like they are teammates, and they are working together right now on the track. Further back in the pack, looks like Matt Opplinger and Alex McWhorter have a little bit of a battle there, as Alex McWhorter is going to get the pass as of now over that 82 of Opplinger. Matt also right there in the hunt. All these drivers less than 10 points apart from each other, at the most, battling out to get in that last 2 playoff spots.
Nate's going to slide up a little bit in turns 1 and 2. He's going to open the door for Robert Richards to go below him. Side by side, down the back straightaway. Robert's going to need to throw it into the corner to try and clear the 971, and he does. A little bit of slide up, lose a little bit of momentum. Here comes Nate with a run to his back bumper.
Well, Jared, you're usually pretty good at knowing the fuel window on these cars. Have you had able to have a chance to dive into your activists and figured out how many laps these guys are going to be able to run on a tank?
Yeah, Kev, if I go to my mathematics skills, which haven't been the greatest today, I'm going to say probably the latest is about lap 28 is when I see them coming in for fuel. We might see them come a little bit before, but we're going to see a bunch of different strategies, trying to get track position and also trying to get brand new tires and a little bit extra fuel.
All right. Looks like the battle for third place is starting to heat up there just a little bit as Joseph Wolfis on the back bumper of David Owens. David Owens looks like he might be taking a little bit easy on those tires as he lets Lester and Wright take a little bit of a lead on him.
Yeah, Joe got a little bit tight there on the exit of 4. I don't know if you saw, he was right to the back bumper of David Owens, and you saw him just slide up the track just a little bit, and that allowed the 99 of Robert Richards to get right behind him. He's going to go to the inside. Joe's going to get the run off the corner. No, he's going to let him by.
Here comes Maurer to the inside, now looking on Volquist.
Yeah, I think that all started there when he got tied out of 4, that he just lost all that momentum that I talked about, and it just allowed 2 guys to just go by and pass him.
Now it's going to be up to Dave Kirkpatrick to make that move on the falling car of Volquist.
Now Robert Richards is going to try and get to the quarter panel of David Owens, try and side draft him, make him lose his momentum, as he's going to get a run, and he's going to go to the inside. He's going to have help from his teammate Nate Maurer, maybe. David Owens going to let him by, but he's in turn going to lose the position to Nate Maurer.
Yeah, it seems like David's okay with this. I feel like David's just trying to... He knows what he needs to do to make it into the next round, and it seems like he's just being very conservative right now with his car.
Sam Milliken sitting back in that 11th position. Too far back to be challenging David Owens, trying to get those spots, but the more David falls back, the closer that gap gets to Sam Milliken.
Yeah, Jared, I'm really bummed out I wasn't able to get that darn point system worked out, because it could have really showed us what's going on, because I know with this smaller field and these points, how there's only 10 points between all these drivers. I'm sure it's super close right now, but maybe I can work on that while we got the race going on here. See what we can do.
Sam Milliken's trying to push Alex McCorder, trying to get him up to Brian. Brian's getting super tight, sliding up to the racetrack, up to the wall, gonna lose that momentum and allow Alex McCorder to get to the rear bumper. Most wrecks I've seen here at Michigan is somebody getting up into the outside fence and coming back down to the person below them after they lose that momentum. And then they both go for a ride to the infield wall and end both of their days.
All right, and it looks like Lester's still up there leading. Has not relinquished that lead yet, and for Lester, there's that rookie looking great right now up front.
Yeah, right now with Jonathan Wright sitting in that catbird seat, almost 4/10 behind Fred Lester. I saw Fred kind of go to the middle of the back straightaway, and Jonathan held his line. He needs to be going into the draft on those straightaways. The draft is going to be super important here, as there's 6 cars behind him trying to catch him. And if they stay out of line and stay out of the draft, that freight train is going to catch them.
Speaking of getting freight trained, Owens looks like he might be losing another spot to David Kirkpatrick now, as Kirkpatrick takes him on the inside. Richardson in the wall. Owens gets hit. Oh no!
Just like I said, a car getting up into the outside wall and the person below him getting hit. David's really lucky that he did not get sent to the infield wall and end his championship run.
But he does have major damage on that right front of that Ford Mustang, Jared. I feel terrible for David. He was trying to be so cautious and conservative, and he got caught up into that car in the outside wall, Jared. That is tough luck for the number 11.
Yeah, that right side fender is crinkled up. I'm seeing it from his helmet cam. I can see that hood popped up there. That's not going to be good for him aero-wise. It's going to slow him down, as he also has a little bit of door damage.
Yeah, let's see where it's running right now. That last lap was a 42.59.
Oh, and we have a yellow.
Yellow's out.
Yellow flag, and I don't want to say anything, but it could be from debris. I don't really know what the yellow is out for.
Okay, Jared, can you are you able to get radio frequencies on what's going on out there on the track?
I can try my best.
Okay, Jared, why don't you go ahead down there to the pit row, see what you can pick up on the radio as I come back and see exactly what happened. Okay, Alex McCorder got up into the outside wall here, Jared. When I'm taking a look here, I'm going to try to get more information on this. Okay, Alex McCorder up in the outside wall. That's all I saw, nothing else from that end. That's going to send everybody down pit row at what lap are we on? Lap 17 out of 85. So Jared was thinking lap 28, you're going to start seeing these drivers come down pit row. So 10 laps shy of that, you're probably going to see these drivers put on fresh tires and a fresh load of Sunoco racing fuel.
Yeah, Kev, I just came back. I talked to our race control, Jax Duval. He did not throw that yellow. So iRacing threw that yellow, and he thinks it could have been the 15 getting up into the wall. But I'm not for sure about that.
Yeah, very strange, Jared. I did get the replay of Alex going up into the outside wall, but did not spin the car. Nothing of that nature. But Joseph Vulpes and Fred Lester going to stay out front. But Vulpes with a big jump on pit road, I think. Great pit stop there by Joseph. Maurer had a 16:48. Joseph Vulpes ran a 15:07 on pit lane. Almost 1 second faster than Nate Maurer. David Owens looks like he got about 30 seconds, took 36 seconds, so it probably took an extra 20-some seconds worth of, 15 seconds worth of repair on that right front quarter fender. That's going to drop him back to the P13.
Yeah, I'm watching this pit stop between Joe and Nate. Nate was a little bit further up in his box, could have thrown off his pit crew while Joe was in the center of his box. Joe is also two stalls ahead of Nate. I'm watching it, and Joe definitely gets off the jack faster than Nate Maurer, and he picks up those spots.
Yeah, very nice job there by Joseph. See what that clean air can do for Joseph as he's going to be starting on that outside lane, which might be the preferred lane right now, but it's going to leave Lester on the inside lane with Maurer trailing behind on the inside lane as well. Right's going to be on the outside lane at P2 on this restart. But this is going to reset everybody, give everyone another chance to catch their breath, reset, get some damage repaired as we get ready to go back to green flag racing because that lights are off on that pace car.
Yeah, I'm looking through the field, seeing the playoff drivers. Jonathan Wright in P4, Nate Maurer, who's locked himself in, and everyone else throughout the field right now. Sam Milliken is probably on points ahead of David Owens. And Ty Keela is going to be starting right behind David. He's got to clear David by 5 points now if Ty Keela wants to sneak up into that championship 4.
Car set it off, folks, and we're getting ready to go green flag racing as they're going to hit the Geico restart line and get this thing started again. Joseph Lewis great off to a great jump. Looks like we have a car going down to the inside, dropping way down. That might have been Mitch Diamond just getting out of the way.
Yeah, Joe was not on it for that restart. He's going to be left out on that top lane. The run that he's going to get off the corner is not going to mean anything anymore because he was hesitant on that restart. Further back, Ty Keela being squeezed by Matt Poplinger and Alex McCorder. Had to back out of the gas. As David Owens taking it 3 wide in turns 3 and 4 on the top lane. He is busy to get up there. Here comes Alex McCorder. Will he make it 4 wide?
Oh, man, Jared, this is intense racing.
Do it, Alex. Do it. 4 wide. Do it. Nah,
this is a big traffic jam. Oh, Alex is going to get almost bumped. And here comes Robert Richards on the inside of that 99 Toyota. David Owens escapes danger once again. Gets out of the way.
I think that could have been a net code.
Sam Milliken in the 51.99, almost for 3 wide there for a second. Now here comes Alex McCorder on the inside of the 32.
Yeah, being that middle car 3 wide is just like negative air hitting your car on both sides. It makes your car really loose.
Well, that was exciting, Jared. That's probably the most excitement we've had so far, and we've yet to even hit halfway here at Michigan International.
Yeah, David Owens used those new tires to his advantage. He threw tire strategy out the window to go and get up there, and he's now in that 6th position, right where he needs to be. Three wide again, and 1 and 2. Toby Kelsey, Scotty Eastep, and Robert Richards 3 wide there.
Yeah, Robert Richards just shut the door there on Scotty Estep. Let's see what happens coming into turn 3 here.
Scotty gonna lose that momentum as Toby almost hits or goes on the apron. I think he hit it a little bit, off-settled the car and slid up, and Scotty Eastep's gonna get to his outside with the help of Stephen Brian, giving him the push down the front straightaway. As up front, Jonathan Wright trying to make the move for second on Nate Maurer, trying to clear him. He's gonna slide up, the door's not open. They're gonna keep on going side by side down the back straightaway. Joe is determined to try and get this spot. He's gonna slide up again, but not clear. As Nate backs out of it, goes up, but he's gonna pull a crossover. He's slithering like a snake down the front straightaway. If I know anything, I know Jonathan Wright can drive these Xfinity cars. I've seen him do it Thursday nights for the Friday Night Beer League. I know Friday Night Beer League has a Thursday night race. Doesn't make sense. They probably thought of it when they were drunk, but he can wheel around these Xfinity cars, and he's got to be dedicated today to try and get into that Champ 4. On board with Nate Maurer, looking at Jonathan Wright on the roof of that redneck red, white, and blue paint scheme.
Yeah, it's just fun to sit on top of these cars on board and just listen to the drivers, each one of them, how they operate their vehicles in the on and off throttle time. Really get a sense of the different lines and what they're trying to accomplish out here.
Well, Kev, I wish we had this camera yesterday in the Truck Series Championship race. I almost had to pull out the backup car for practice. Wreck happening in 3 and 4, and the cars were flying, and I went underneath the car, barely squeezed under it like limbo.
Oh, man.
As Jonathan Wright gonna try and get under the 8 car. They're gonna be side by side, but Nate's gonna push his teammate Fred Lester, give him the bump he needs. Is he gonna get to the bumper? Yes, he does. He's gonna give him a shunt. 3 and 4, Jonathan Wright needed to do the power move and pull a slide job.
Yes, but not enough. Not enough there to get in front of that 8 and shut the door.
Jonathan needs his teammates up here to push him. It's all about teamwork getting into the championship. And right now, Nate's trying to make sure that the 04 does not win this race.
Looks like things are heating up, though. A couple cars behind him. That's David Owens once again in the middle of it. Robert Richards, that purple and black Red Bull 99 car. They are all over the back bumper of Dave Kirkpatrick right now. As the 51 of Toby Kelsey trying to make a move on the inside of Robert.
Yeah, Toby's trying to get up to the 04. Their teammates, their friends from the Friday Night Beer League. He's trying to do everything he can to get up here. And we saw earlier this season at Auto Club that Toby can get his way around these 2-mile ovals. Had a really dominant performance on an Auto Club. Didn't get the win, but he had a really strong race car. So he knows how to get it done here. Watch the 8 car just squeeze Jonathan Wright down on the apron, gonna make him lose that momentum. Here comes Nate Maurer. Woo. Crossover. Now watch the slider going into 1. Throws it down in there through the bottom. Gotta hope it sticks. Here comes the 04 off the top. He didn't slide up.
Things are starting to really heat up right now as Jonathan right through that slide and blocked Nate Maurer coming out a couple of turns ago. And now he's got himself battling now on the outside line against Lester.
Well, now he's getting that clean air going to that second lane. He's getting that clean air on the nose, giving him the advantage as he pulls a crossover and goes to the bottom. Now he's tried to pass on the bottom multiple times, hasn't been successful. He's going to try it here. He's too far down. He's going to lose momentum, but he's going to clear him. Slide job. Does he get to the bumper?
He does. Oh,
he's
baby.
blocking. Now he's got to run the top lane here. He's got to squeeze down the 8, make him lose the momentum. He's in the seat. He's in the captain's seat. Here he comes. They're sliding. Here comes Nate Maurer to push his teammate.
It is a
Get the
drag race to
advantage.
the start-finish line, Jared. These guys are going toe-to-toe.
They're going to get single file. Watch the 98 car of Joe Volpa, see where he's going to go.
Here comes Owens on the top line. Sees something he likes, has a line he likes, getting that clean air around that turn. Now sliding back underneath Joseph to help with the draft. He might get a little push here.
Yeah, push on the front straightaway is going to be super helpful for Joe as he lost that momentum on the bottom lane. $14 laps of fuel, I'm guessing, on these tanks before the next round of pit stops, and it's not slowing down as the 8 does a crossover out of 2. David Owens up to 3rd.
And you just wonder how these different lines are going to be affecting the tire wear, Jared. I guess time will tell. It just seems like the drivers are also doing a great job of switching up their lines, trying different things out there as the 8 takes a look on the outside. Looks like Alex McCorder's going to make a pass on Steve Brin there. On his way up to P12. Sam Milliken still hanging tough there in P11.
Yeah, and the 24, Ty Keela, 3 positions under Sam Milliken. He needs to try and be 3 positions above Sam Milliken to try and take his spot out of the championship 4.
Okay, looks like Lester took position over right, and now Wright's going to be taking it right back. Looks like it's just another battle as Maurer wants to go. He knows he can. Seems like he's got the speed to get by both these guys, but he is trying to help that 8 car by pushing him, helping old Fred there.
Yeah, 10 laps to go on these tanks before they run out of fuel. Be running on fumes. Fred really getting to the quarter panel, trying to pull a slide or a side draft on him. It works a little bit. He's going to have the advantage going to 3, but Jonathan taking a wider entrance, going to get the momentum in the middle of the corner where it matters. Nate almost thought about passing his teammate there.
Yeah, they need to work together and, like you said, figure out a way around to make this pass. But it almost seems like you want to take the higher line, Jared, and, you know, get that higher line, outside line going down one of these front stretch or back stretch into the next turn. But you got to get that position on them first. I'm not sure how you do that.
Further back, 3 wide. Toby Kelsey and Dave Kirkpatrick almost a wreck.
Robert Richards very aggressive. He's not wasting any time right now, but they're gonna almost touch as he gets squeezed up. Robert Richards trying to make himself room there to get the most that he can, but Dave Kirkpatrick might not take too kindly to that. Or that 51 of Toby Kelsey.
And further back behind Toby Kelsey is Andrew Bolander, teammate to Toby Kelsey. Almost try to stick his nose in there, try and get up to his teammate to help push.
And here comes Richards now, giving a little push to the 51 of Kelsey.
Yeah, trying to give to the back bumper, maybe push a little too much speed into the corner, use a little bit of his tire.
Owens gets slowed down, and Toby had to make a drastic move to the inside of Owens to miss him. Almost ran right over Owens.
Yeah, that's going to block Andrew Bolander from using that run he got on David.
They're still trying to figure it out here in the top 4, but here comes Joseph Lucas on the inside underneath Nate Maurer.
But he's not going to have anything in the corner.
No,
he's not going to have anything in the corner. He entered really low. He's going to lose a lot of that momentum he had.
That's a decent job of hanging on, but there you see it, Jared, just the speed difference there and what he's going to lose. Definitely a ill-timed maneuver there. Okay, it looks like David Owens is getting mired back in the pack now. That's Dave Kirkpatrick and Robert Richards surrounding David Owens as he's losing another spot now. And there's the number 4. Andrew Bolander on the outside around Kirkpatrick.
Yeah, and this battling with David Owens and everything is going to allow Sam Milliken to catch him. But we're going to have 5 laps left of fuel.
Take a look back at the front of the pack. It looks like Lester is on the back bumper now. Jonathan Wright is getting ever so closer, but not able to make the move happen yet.
Yeah, and right now it'd be kind of, I'd say it'd be okay to kind of get behind Nate and Fred because pit stops are coming up, and if you want to stay with these guys, you got to pit with them. So you don't want to have to try and make the decision of when to come down pit road when you're leading this thing because the teammates behind you can counter and maybe pit a lap later, or you can try and wait till the very end.
Lester swerving left and right on the behind old right there. Interesting maneuvers there. And Joseph's hanging on tight down there on the bottom line. Now he's got the door position on right. And here comes right back on the top.
Now remember, I think there's a bonus point for leading the most laps, so getting these precious points could help Jonathan Wright maybe try and gain a position.
Yeah, Jonathan was only 9 points back of the 4th place of Sam Milliken when this race started. And he obviously has points over Sam right now. And Owens. But will it be enough to move him on into the next round like you were saying there, Jared?
Oh, a little bit of a bobble. Kind of got to the quarter panel of Nate Maurer, Jonathan Wright. Made him get loose. But here comes the 51, Toby Kelsey, to help his teammate.
Oh,
Oh, the
right
04's
in
in
the
the wall. Talk about momentum. That's going to stop all of it that you had going into that corner.
Yeah, here comes Toby Kelsey, though, going to give him his push now of the 04. Can the 04 regain it and come back and not lose too much time?
Yeah, that right side is definitely pounded a little bit on that, the left or the front. See a little bit of a crinkle on the hood. But his teammate's going to go to his outside. He's saying, I don't need teammates. I'm going to go out there and win this race.
Here comes Robert Richards back in P6, making his way. But Toby Kelsey doing a great job up 12 spots from the beginning of the race right now, up 13 with that pass on the 04.
We might start seeing some pit stops here. I see some guys start to come pit road. Maybe not this lap, but the next. As there is a lap car a second ahead of the leaders.
Here comes Sam Milliken looking to make a move on David Owens. As David Owens is not sure if he's struggling with that damage that the car took, but just doesn't seem like he's having too great a time right now, mired back in traffic. As Robert Richards gets a little bit of that wall outside where barrier wall.
And Toby Kelsey, yeah, Toby Kelsey saying that he's going to come down pit road this time. I think that's Tykeil. David Owens.
Oh, no!
Wrecking.
They're wrecking Jared. Oh, and Owens goes right to the concrete curbing. They came in way too hot, Jared. And here comes Steve Britt. Oh, cars are just locking it up. They did not practice these pit stops, Jared. Coming into pit row on a green flag stop is going to be the determining factor tonight. Unbelievable action right now, Jared. I can't believe what we just witnessed. As Robert Richards missed his pit stall, has to back it up. Oh, my. All right, Jared. I got to... Oh, no. We got to rewind that and see this. See what happened. Let's get this thing rewinded. You keep an eye on out there. We're gonna go up here in the Goodyear blimp and see exactly what transpired here, but people just came in way too hot. Man, tough luck there. They just came together at the same moment. Looked like everyone came in a little hot.
Looked like David Owens' brake bias was set to his rear a little too much. He saw him get loose there on braking coming to the entrance of pit road, and then he slides into Robert Richards and then into the 51.
All right, so Joseph Lupus is completing his pit stop right now. He was the leader coming in, but as he cycles out, Fred Lester did complete his second pit stop, is already back out on the track, Jared, so he should be taking over that first spot with Nate Maurer in tow.
Things did get a little sketchy there on the exit of pit road. Robert Richards gave a bump to Sam Milliken on the exit.
Fred Lester going off the track. I'm gonna see what might happen. Oh, he gets a little loose there, Jared, on lap 49. Gets a little loose coming in the pit lane, but was able to hang on to it, and he misses it, Jared. He went on to the infield grass, misses his pit stop, decides to bail out of it, and is able to save the car, but goes on the infield there a little bit and gets back in line with Nate Maurer, it seems. but just update.
Well,
everybody on
if that's lap 49, he pitted on lap 48.
Okay.
So that's
So he got
actually
loose
cold
and saved
tires.
it. Yep.
Yeah, that's cold tires.
Good call there, Jared. Nice catch on that. Yeah, I have him going off of that infield off of turn 4 and lap 49. Coming to 50.
Well, so David Owens sitting in 14th right now. We kind of estimated that he'd have 5 points above Sam Milliken. Well, the points are now, I believe, if I count it out right, it's 6 points is the difference between David Owens and Sam Milliken. They were 3 points away from each other. So it's actually Tyquila needs to be 5 or 6 points ahead of David Owens, and right now it's only 4 points is the advantage.
Okay. Dave Kirkpatrick doing a great job, but here comes Joseph Vulpes on his inside to battle him for P3.
So yeah, David Owens is 2 points above the cut line. Or actually 1 point, but there's also a tiebreaker rule probably somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's really tough not having our thing here. But it's okay, Jerry.
Well,
You're doing a great job keeping us updated.
Well, I'm also cheating. I'm looking at David Owens' stream, and he's got his working. So
Oh, beautiful.
I have my sources.
All right, Jared, thank you for that. Thank you for keeping us updated. I'm glad someone around here knows what they're doing and came prepared tonight, because I certainly didn't.
Well, I just searched for it about 5 seconds ago, so I remember that he had it, and I was like, yeah, I wonder if he's got it on right now, and he does. So I got David's stream pulled up, and I'm going to be using that for our live point scoring.
All right. Well, it looks like Nate let Fred Lester get in front of him, but that's going to bring Dave Kirkpatrick and Joseph Vulpes a little bit closer to this pack. Once again, just seeing the talent of Nathan Maurer. He has the speed. He could probably be long gone in this group if he wanted to, but he's just right now hanging out here with his teammate, trying to get him into that winner's circle. But remember, Lester is not a playoff driver, that if I do have my notes correct, so it'd just be more of a I don't know what words I'm looking for, but it's more of a feel-good win for the end of the season here.
And Robert Richards down pit road, and he missed his pit box, backed up way too far, had to pull forward again.
Yeah, that car is not looking too hot there, Jared, on that Red Bull 99 Toyota Supra. He's had quite a bit of run-ins with different drivers today, as he's getting four fresh tires and a load of fuel there on the number 99. It's a tongue twister. Keep your eyes peeled on this battle right here between Dave Kirkpatrick and the 98 of Vulpes. Sees good side-to-side action here as they're going to pass a lap car, that 37 of Chris Smith. And they do get by him with no incident.
Yeah, if I'm doing the math right, Kev, I believe that they're going to have to pit one more time. Nobody's going to be good on fuel.
Well, we saw what happened last time with the green flag stop. Hopefully we get some more interesting action here as the laps start ticking down, and as some of these drivers' chances to make it into the last stage of the playoff round start to dwindle, and some start to lock it in and start looking forward to the next race at terrible. I don't even know where the next race is at. No, it's not Talladega.
I don't know either. I want to say it's a bigger track. Shows you how prepared we are for these
We take
broadcasts.
2 weeks off. We take 2 weeks off, and it all goes
Nashville.
down the crapper.
It's Nashville.
Man, it was right on the tip of my tongue. I mean, I was literally going to say Nashville right now.
Yeah. You gonna do a concert down there?
I tell you what,
Sing
I
at the
went down
Grand
there.
Ole Opry?
I went down there to see Morgan Wallen last March. There, that was a hell of a show. I tell you.
Did ya?
Oh yes, sir, right there. It's out there
Yeah,
at
that's,
Persona
that-
Arena.
that's a pretty big trip for you, Kev, since you're all the way in California.
That's right, Jared. We got on an airplane over here, me and the missus, and got on board that flying machine, tubular flying machine, and we headed on down there to Nashville and had ourselves quite a time down there on Broadway and seeing old Morgan Wall.
You know, Kev, my boss told me at work that I need to plan a vacation. Now that I'm thinking about it, why don't I just come to California and build my championship trophies?
You could build all 2 of them that you racked up this season, this year.
Yes, sir. One of them I'm paying for myself. The other one I actually earned.
There you go. Speaking of the trophies, I think I'm switching it up a little bit of the style, but I think I have one more of the special ones left I can make. And then
You're making mine the biggest, right?
Yeah, that's right, Jared. That's right. And I think we're going to start doing some nice looking plaques made out of wood with everything engraved with your stats and things like that. So it'll still look really nice. Going to try to do something a little different, save me a little bit of time, and just try something different for a little bit. But I'm glad you guys are all enjoying them and looking forward to making them for all you guys that are able to notch that championship win.
Well, just imagine, Kev, you're going to have to print my name out twice.
I think I'm just going to make one real big and just put
one
Antarctica.
real big.
Antarctica.
And well, Robert Richards has disconnected from the session.
Oh, looks like his car gave up the ghost there. All right, Dave Kirkpatrick's got himself in a battle here with that number 4 Ford Mustang. That's Andrew Bolander, up 11 spots. Andrew doing a great job today. Started back in, looks like P15 up now to P4. Oh, as he shuts the door on Dave. And Dave is going to have to let off. Oh, he's going to do a little crossover, get to the inside quarter fender of the 4. And now he's going to pay that back to Andrew. And let's see if Dave can make it stick now. Doesn't look like he is. Looks like the 4 is going to have the better run on the outside, and Dave's going to be stuck.
Yeah, they're going to try and track down this top 3 of Fred Lester, Nate Maurer, Joe Volpus. As they're getting pretty close as they're running the wall. Fred Lester up in the wall and can't get off of it.
Oh, no.
So
Mental mistake
momentum
there
lost.
by Fred. And Joseph takes the lead. As Maurer is probably looking in his rearview mirror, wondering what happened to his buddy there of Lester. But that probably loses the leash off on Maurer. Maurer's going to let this thing go now that Lester's out of the picture. And here he comes on the inside. Oh, where'd he go?
He blinked.
He blinked.
And
He's
there he
back
is.
again. Okay, we're okay. Woo! That was a close one.
I was just about to say, Joe's got to focus here, not try and overdrive the car trying to beat Nate. I know Nate is a stout competitor, and I guess his internet was intimidated by the presence of the 971.
Yeah, I don't blame it. I'd be shaking in my boots too if I had to go up against Nate right now. But that's what it's all about. That's what makes this sport so fun, driving around with these competitors you drive with all season long. You gain respect. You gain to see how well some of these drivers do, and for you to be up there battling it out with one of the best in the league, to be honest, it means a lot. So these two showing each other some respect, and Here comes the 4. 4 coming Andrew. Andrew coming in hot.
Speaking of the 4, I'm going to go to the 04. Jonathan Wright is a lap down. So, huge hit for him. I don't really know the purpose of why he is a lap down. I don't know if it's just overall race pace or what.
Well, he went in on lap 61, Jared, and got a pit stop. And the pit stop was 15 seconds, so this might just be different
we got
strategy.
yellow. There's a yellow.
Oh, no. Chris Smith.
Chris Smith.
All right, let's take a look, Jared. Looks like Chris Smith just sends it into the green grass. I'm going to rewind this and get down to the bottom of this, Jared, but it's not looking good, to be honest with you, from my point of view.
Oh, Alex McCorder gets into the wall, and Chris has to try and take evasive action.
Yep.
And just gets loose, is trying to collect the car and sliding, still sliding, and then he goes into the grass and hits that splitter. He keeps it going, but he's slow on the apron. So, definitely a yellow flag.
Way to hit the brakes there by Chris Smith. Avoids actually getting involved with that other car that you see zooming by him, but that is a race control yellow. Now, this might, you know what? It's going to hurt. It might hurt, we were just talking about Jonathan Wright, because I think he has to
Actually,
fresh his tires on.
Well, it might help him because he's going to get the yellow dog and get back on the lead lap.
Yeah, but I think he was hoping to, like, take advantage of that, where now he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, at least he's, you know what I mean? Like, he needed to get his lap
probably.
back. He needed to get his lap back then, the yellow. Because he
Well,
wanted to have that lead.
It's going to be 18 to go now, so everyone's going to be good on fuel. So I guess you're right, Kev. He probably was on a fuel strategy, trying to get ahead of these guys, and now it's completely thrown out the window. He's going to try and get up to the lead the hard way.
So now that you're Jonathan, you're going to get your lap back and then come back around and get in pit, correct? And get I mean, lap 16.
I would, because this is going to be their third set of tires out of 5, so they're still going to have 2 more sets left. So I would go around, come down. You're already going to the back of the field anyways. Might as well get your fresh tires just so that you're not at a disadvantage. But, yeah, unlucky yellow.
All right, and everyone safely gets in the pit lane. And who is that coming out on the left? That's the 4 of Andrew Bolander against Nathan Maurer. And there's Dave Kirkpatrick going to take P3. Scotty Estep going to be P4. Joseph Luke is going to fall back to P5. There is Sam Milliken, Matt Oppinger, Ty Killa. Wow, Jared, we're going to have quite a showdown here for the rest of this race.
Yeah, it's going to be an all-out brawl on who can get into that Champ 4.
Once again, Maurer is locked in. Robert Richards also locked in. He disconnected earlier, couldn't handle the heat. He had to get out of the kitchen on the old Robert Richards in the last 2 spots. Before this race began, we had Owens and Sam Milliken sitting on top of the cutoff line, and below them that would be Ty Killa, Jonathan Wright, Alex McCorder, and Matt Oppinger all battling it out. And Jared, right now, how we're sitting, how's it looking for the last 2 spots tonight?
Well, I'm going to give it a quick second as they cross the start-finish line. I'm going to allow everyone to cross the start-finish line before I look at the points, just so I can have the most accurate points. But David Owens did leave pit row, was getting some damage repaired, so he's going to be sitting on the 14th position. Ty Killa up to the 8th position, going to be 6 points ahead. And then Sam Milliken sitting up in 6th. Once David Owens crosses the line, it's going to look like, hold on, we'll give it a second for it to update on his stream. There we go. So Sam Milliken 6 points above the cut line. Ty Killa is 1 point above the cut line. Matt Opplinger -7. Jonathan Wright -9. Alex McCorder -15 for the number 15 car.
All right, Jared, thank you very much for that update. Those pace car lights are off on that Ford. Mustang. We are going to get ready to go green flag racing. Yes, going to be 15 laps to go at the white line. Once again, thank you for everyone joining in, watching the stream tonight. We wouldn't be here without all y'all. We appreciate all the love. And me and Jared, once again, I want to just say a big thank you to everybody for tuning in.
So David Owens is going to have to make up 2 positions to beat Ty Keela for that last spot. No playoff winners. It's going to be the last 15 laps to go at Michigan. And David Owens probably already gained those 2 spots on this restart.
Alex McCorder up wide against Steve Brennan. They're almost 3 wide.
They are 3 wide. Oh, and he's going
Oh.
around. There they go. Mitch Diamond, Stephen Brien, yellows out. And Ty Keela's wrecking. And Sam Milliken's wrecking.
Oh, no, Jared, oh, the humanity, Jared. Oh, as the 51 goes back into live traffic, almost gets involved with another accident.
See if Sam Milliken hit anything. He saved that car. He wins the Jared Kelly Dirt Track and Drifting Award. Oh, what a save from Sam Milliken in the 17.
All right, we're just going to rewind that beautiful bean footage there, Jared, and take a look at the Jared Kelly Award tonight nominee.
It's going to be hard to top that one, Kev.
Woo! Maybe. Look at that. I just saw a little bit. Here we go. Oh, wow. The 8 gets hit there by Tykilla. I mean, 82. And then, wow, look at Sam. Woo!
At that moment, that car is wrecked. But he remembers, oh, yeah, I really like that Jared Kelly Dirt Track racer. Turn right to go left. Or in this case, turn left to go right. And, oh, look how close he gets to the wall.
And it looks like that right front even comes off the ground a little bit, but
He's
really
digging.
doesn't.
He's hooked up. No, he's lifting that right front tire off the ground. And he's hooked up.
Yeah, that was good. Good
That's
job there by
awesome.
Sam.
Woo! That makes me feel good. That car was digging.
All right, let's get back to... 37 misses his pit stop. Pit box. Looks like Sam went in the pit lane's going to get some fresh tires put on. After that, close call.
Yeah, Jonathan Wright getting 4 fresh tires as well.
Like you said, Jared, that saved Sam's day. Still gives him a glimmer of hope with 13 laps left, you know, 12 to go probably at the line. Gives him another chance at that, and let's see what he can do with that. His day was almost over there.
Yeah, that car still looks clean. I don't see a dent on it. I'm surprised there's no scuffs on it, but ooh, man, that was a great save. If I could stand up in my rig right now, it would have had me standing.
You know.
That's going to put David Owens up to 9th. That's going to put him back above the cut line. Going to be tied with Ty Keela. Yeah, Ty Keela is in the is ahead by 4 points above Sam Milliken. Actually, it might be updated here. Yeah, I'm not even on the live part of Sam or David's stream. All right. Ty Keela is 5 points below the cut line. Sam Milliken +5. David Owens +10. Saved his day. Jonathan Wright -9. Matt Opplinger -5. Tied with Ty Keela points wise to try and get back up into the chase. And Alex McCorder -9. So it's still possible for all these guys to get in. No one's really out of the race. But it's going to come down to the last 11 laps here as the pace car lights are off. We're 2 by 2 again. Hopefully we can make it more than a lap or 2 corners. Going to be interesting to see these guys that pitted for fresh tires, how big of an advantage they're going to have with the guys that stayed out. It's not going to be huge, but it might be something. As they approach the Geico restart zone, Nate Maurer on the start. He's off.
Lester gets out of line there before the start-finish line. I'm not sure how that's going to be. I know it's allowed. 3 wide, though, now.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Frowned upon.
Yeah, I would say that. I guess it depends who you're talking or racing against, if it's frowned upon.
Oh, David Owens gets turned into the left stern. Opplinger gets hit, going into Alex McCorder. Sam Milliken once again gets caught up in the outside wall.
Oh, Ty Keela.
Oh, Jonathan Wright's day. He got hit hard. David Owens got hit hard. Oh my gosh, Jared, is there anything going on the radio right now?
It's pretty timid, is the best word I can say. But Kev, I think we're in store for the slowest cutoff race ever.
Oh man.
It's gonna be a battle of who gets out of the pits.
All right, we're gonna check in. That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go back and take a look at David Owens here and what exactly transpired here. That is a terrible view. Terrible view. Much better. Okay, let me rewind it for everybody. Okay, so the 8's got a run on the outside, and it just seems like David tries to go up to block it a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. He's
you can't block 2 lanes.
Yeah.
It's gonna force him into the outside wall, and there it is. And it hurts the rest of the field because the 82 is going back up on the racetrack. Alex McCorder nowhere to go. It turns Alex McCorder into Jonathan Wright. Ty Keela getting collected by Alex McCorder too, and the 17 hitting that quarter panel and then the right front against the wall. That's going to hurt him aerodynamically. Ty Keela through the grass, also not going to help.
But like Sam didn't, I mean, Sam's had the luck of 9 lives, like a cat, whatever they call it, man. Like,
he's used 7 of them.
He got hurt, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Top 10 or actually the last probably 5 cars are in pit road right now getting repairs. That includes David Owens, Fred Lester, Sam Milliken, Ty Keela, Jonathan Wright. That's Sam almost all our playoff drivers.
It looks like Sam's out of there first. Wow, what a shakeup, Jared. 9 laps to go now. Michigan is such a big track. I think there'd be plenty of room for these guys, but obviously not when they're battling out to get that last 2 playoff spots to get their way to a chance to get the championship trophy here at the QRL.
Yeah, I'm looking on David's stream. He's still got over a minute of repairs left. So that might put him a lap down. We'll see if he comes out of pit road just to stay on the lead lap.
Is it required pair or is it optional?
Yeah, I believe it's optional.
Okay. I'm sure he's going to get out of there before the pace car gets to him, but we'll see.
Now the pace car passed him. He's a lap down.
Wow. Wow. Now, I mean, now what is he hoping? Hoping just for, there he goes. Now he's taking off.
Yeah, right now he's hoping for another yellow that destroys another playoff car.
Oh, it's too bad there for David.
Well, and it just like yesterday in the trucks at Talladega, almost at one point in time, every playoff driver was involved in a wreck. I was involved in a wreck at one time, scared the living daylights out of me. I had a minute and 30 seconds of repairs that I got done. But yeah, that's a story for I could replay that night or that race last night all night long. I have the replay saved, and I should probably put it on a flash drive or something so I don't lose it.
You should have saved the replay.
I did save the replay.
Oh, there you go. All right, pace car is diving down low, Jared. We got 8 laps, 7 laps to go at the line. Let's see what this brings us.
Ty Keela 3 points below the cut line. Sam Millick and David Owens tied points-wise.
For Andrew and Dave Kirkpatrick touched there a little bit side to side.
Jonathan Wright out of the car. He is done. He's disconnected. Playoff chances over for the 04.
That is unfortunate.
Matt Oplinger being split 3 wide between David Owens and Fred Lester. Obviously, faster cars aerodynamically. So, Matt Oplinger 10 points below the cut line. He would need to win to lock himself in. The fight is really between Ty Keela and David Owens. David Owens, I believe, 4 points ahead of him right now.
Wow, and you know what, Jared? It's such a small field. Not small field, but I mean, you know, it's gonna kind of help David out in that way, where even going a lap down isn't the end of the world.
Yeah, Ty Keela will have to gain 3 spots, so he'll have to go from 12th up to 9th if he wants to be in the playoffs.
So Owens is our 4th driver right now, sitting on the line.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ty Keela, I don't know. It's 45, no.
He was just passed by, I believe that's the 45.
He's 2 laps down. Swingle, old Swingle Dingle there. Yeah, that's something wrong with that car, Jared. That 24 is hurt.
He's hoping for a wreck on the back straightaway on the final lap. Maybe a glimmer of hope.
Dave Kirkpatrick's up here getting passed by Joseph Vulpes, and here comes Scotty Estep on the inside. Also thinks better of taking him 3 wide as Vulpes and Scotty take him down under. Looks like Vulpes is going to get the job done. No, he's not, as Dave Kirkpatrick fights back. Oh, he's not going to make it. Now he's going to have nowhere to go. Gives him a little bump there on the 98 as Dave goes down low underneath him as they cross the start-finish line with 3 laps to go here at Michigan Speedway.
Alex Bolander's going to need a lot of help to try and catch Nate Maurer. He's going to need draft help. He won't be able to make the pass on his own.
Jared, you can't bump and run on these bigger tracks, can you? Can you give the guy a little bit of more of a push if you can get to his back bumper going into these turns?
You can try. It's not off the table. But
More
if you're gonna,
dangerous, I bet. I mean, obviously they're going a lot faster speed, so obviously
if
there's
you're
a lot
gonna
more to lose.
if you're gonna bump and run, you gotta run fast.
I feel like if you did get to the guy's back bumper, you pushing him a little bit more than he thought. It's probably gonna send him into the wall.
Well, a win is a win, I'd say. So once that white flag comes off, gloves are off. As Joe's not going to help the 4, that's going to slow them both down on the white flag lap. It's going to be half a second going into turn 1. The battles for second.
Yeah, and then here's Dave Kirkpatrick bringing it down 3 wide. Dave says he wants everything he can get. Dave said, "Don't forget about me." As the 98.
That is not good for these guys trying to get the win. Nate is long gone. All hopes of them winning is over.
Oh,
4 points is the difference.
51, and Scotty get involved. Send Scotty up into the upper wall.
Now watch that. See if it collects anyone else. The points are still the points are 4 points.
I don't think it collected anyone else there, Jared.
Ty Keel is going to come home 11th. That's not going to be enough.
And then who got P3? Who's going to get that position 3 to go into the championship 4?
The points are Nate Maurer locked in. Robert locked in. Sam Milliken 6 points above the cut line. David Owens 3 points above the cut line.
Congratulations to Sam and David. Yes, these results are unofficial still, so don't go getting any tattoos with your favorite driver on your arm just yet. We need to make sure it is official, but David gets in by the skin of his chin. Keeps that car on the track, able to finish the race, not lose any more positions to beat out Tykilla. And Tykilla just had a lame duck car there. That car was hurt for quite a while. But what a pit stop. What that green flag pit stop, Jared, was probably the most, one of the biggest highlights of the night. Him coming in the pit road like that and having trouble. Looks like Nate does a 360 there in pit lane. Hits that curb, probably broke a truck arm right there, hitting that wall, that curb so hard. But great win there by Nate. Couldn't get his buddy Fred there into the winner's circle, but he decides to take it himself.
He's going to burn it down the whole front stretch.
All right, Jared. Well, I told everybody I take the top 4 and the winner in the interview section just to save us some time here so we get out of here tonight. But next week, Nashville Super Speedway, Jared, we're both hoping, I mean, we should be able to broadcast it. I'll be home. I'll make effort to be here. It's the last race of the season for everybody. Oh, he does blow the car up, Jared, at the very end. He blows the radiator off of that car. It's going to be extra work to get that car ready for Nashville, but seems like money's not a problem over there in that camp. But, yeah, Jared, great job tonight. Great being back in the broadcast booth with you as always. And sorry for all the point issues. But Jared, you did a great job relaying the information to us. Couldn't have done it without you once again tonight.
Well, I appreciate it. As we're here on pit road down here with the championship 4, I'm going to do it from, I think, if I still have it up, I don't know for sure. Actually, I'm just going to wing it. Let's see who we got here. I'm going to start bottom from top. Sam Milliken, number 17 car. You were sitting like 14th in the middle of that race, coming to green flag pit stops. And then the last half of the race, it gets chaotic. And I got to say, man, you won my Jared Kelly Dirt Car Drifting Award. Dude, you had that thing hooked up, turning right. I think your right front tire was off the ground, but Great save from you, and then you get involved in an incident, and Kevin and I called it the slowest cutoff race probably known to man. But tell me, how'd your race go, man?
Whew. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it looked as good on TV there as it felt in the car saving it. So that saved my season. But it was a pretty wild race. I was really just I kind of knew where I was in points, knew where I needed to finish, who to stay ahead of. Was doing fine, just kind of riding, and then it just all hell broke loose and got pretty wild there those last few laps. But made it through and survived in advance, so I'll take it, and pretty excited and proud to be a part of the championship 4.
Well, you got any free time this next week to try and practice for Nashville Super Speedway? I mean, someone's got to put up a competition against Nate Maurer.
That's right. Well, he's definitely the one to beat, that's for sure. But yep, my calendar has been cleared, and practice will immense right after this. So
All right, well, you better get comfortable in that seat because I bet you'll be sleeping in it.
I'm ready.
All right, race winner and also championship 4 driver Nate Maurer, 971. Dominant performance. You're pushing your teammate Fred Lester, trying to get him into victory lane just to get those bragging points. But fortunately, he got up into the wall, and you stayed away from all the havoc going on that last half, and you came home with the W. And now you don't have Joey Stiers to race you in the championship 4. So tell me, how you gonna strategize for this last race of the season?
Just doing what we've been doing, just staying. I don't know what's going on here. Not just this league, every league that I'm in. I don't know the past month. I am terrible at qualifying. I have no idea what's going on. Tonight I qualified, I think 7th or 8th. I don't even know where. And I just know these tracks here. I just need to save my tires. I can be there. I mean, I felt like I was a little bit faster than Tom and Jonathan right there that first run, but I told Tom, just gonna stay behind you. And I don't know how you knew I was gonna let him win this thing. I wouldn't say let him win. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna battle, but I was just gonna ride behind. I wanted him to get another win. It's fun seeing him up front. Big shout out to Joe Vulpes. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I don't really. It was awesome having somebody else up front battling with tonight. That isn't usually up front, and if I had to give, the most impressive driver tonight, I'd have to go to probably Joe. It was awesome to see somebody new up front. He kept it clean. I was running the high side. He kept on diving down low in 1 and 2. I was like, dude, he's gonna come up and hit me, but he kept it clean, and it was awesome racing with him. And yeah, no Joey Stiers anymore, but thanks for the clap, sir. Yeah, I mean, I'm racing against Joey in another league now, which is a very, very high competitive league. And let's just put it this way, me or him are not even the best driver, or even close to the best driver in there. So we're not even battling each other anymore, we're battling the other guys. But just gonna try to keep it clean next week. I'm terrible at Nashville Super Speedway. Under 10 laps, anything over 10 laps, I'm pretty good there. I just need a long run. Green flag next week.
Alrighty. Well, Joe, now you know next time Nate Maurer wants you to door him when you go below him. So just remember that going into Nashville. Let's see the other championship 4 driver. The 4th one's not here, but we'll go to the series admin, David Owens, racing in the championship 4. My somewhat half teammate from trucks yesterday helped me get up there. We strategized together, but now you're racing in the champ 4, and unfortunately I can't help you this time.
Well, maybe you can make a one-off appearance then. Be an in-race reporter. Man, tough race. Did not go anywhere near what I expected. Ended up putting it on pole and finishing 13th, barely making the cut. So, just had to battle it out there at the end. So, looking at the replay, I got to the outside of Robbie on the green flag pit stops. I got on the brakes and didn't think I was actually catching them, and ended up locking up the rear, it looks like, and we just came together. I was coming down some and he was coming up, so definitely feel bad for that and getting Toby Kelsey involved in that too. But other than that, appreciate y'all broadcasting, and congrats to Nate from the win and the championship 4 drivers.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a great final night over there in Nashville. I heard Kevin's going to be singing at the Grand Ole Opera. So I'll
That's
get
right.
you some backstage passes for that.
I'll hand them out.
But yeah, just to go back to you, David. You got any shout outs you'd like to give before we close out.
Oh man, just shout out to everybody that shows up for this league week in and week out. Really shows how much this thing has grown. We had a great first season. Second season started off a little rough, but looks like we're going to finish strong. The attendance and participation has been amazing. So shout out to all the guys that show up week in and week out. Thank you to, I know Kevin Kyle's schedule changed a little bit, but I still appreciate every time he gets up there and broadcast, you and him. So again, greatly appreciated, and thank you for everything y'all do.
Yeah, it's. I had to work late. I had to work a 12-hour shift today, and I barely got here. So, yeah, it's definitely something to give us something to do and something to enjoy Wednesday night. We'll see what if we got anything next season planned, or if TV contracts will change. But it looks like Nate Maurer, you're the other playoff driver in here. Any final shout-outs from you?
Yeah, got a shout out just for David Owens. I mean, he does not charge anything to anybody to run this league. It's a free league for everybody. So big shout out to David Owens. This is the only Xfinity league I'm in. I love Xfinity cars. Shout out to Jared Kelly and Kevin Kyle. You guys, I don't know if you guys are even getting paid. I don't think you are. So thanks for spending time being bored, probably watching a bunch of scrubs go around the track. But yeah, so
No, it brings
you guys will be here next week.
Brings a tear of joy to our eye each time you or Joey gets doored. So we just be honest. So that's how we get paid.
Thanks to you guys, and thanks to even the non-playoff drivers that showed up, tonight and the previous races, and hopefully we have 30 plus cars next Wednesday. So yeah, just big thanks to everybody.
Oh, I appreciate that, Nate. And if you want to see a whole bunch of scrubs driving and you like that 3-wheel action that from Sam Milliken, Thursday night's Bonfire Dirt Series coming to you in the late models. That should be a fun time. We'll get dirty if you like getting dirty. Just had to throw that out there, get people interested. But Kev, I'm going to throw it back up to you so that you can go to bed.
Oh, thank you, Jared Kelly there. Appreciate it. And all the drivers that always come out here on every Wednesday night. It gives us the great pleasure to broadcast this great American sport here for all y'all. But no, I really appreciate everyone being here. We'll see you next Wednesday for the championship race at Nashville Super Speedway. It'd be a great race. Looking forward to it. And I look forward to seeing all y'all here. And God bless everybody. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. Take care now.